Hello and welcome to Geekatplay Studio Tutorials. So we're going to continue to creating some sci-fi scenery, and we will using vp7 Extreme for this. You can use any other applications like Esprint or Pioneer, but you will need substitute some techniques when we, as example, using ecosystem, maybe with some different as manual placing objects. So let's go ahead and begin. And first what I'm going to do is create our main terrain. I will use a procedural or fractal terrain for this. I'm going to scale this down. And the reason why I'm scaling because I will go to use some ecosystem objects for this. And I don't want to have them populate on a very large scale. So my polygon count and scale will be keep it lower. So just use show the memory. Right here our terrain. I'm going to work on a shape by editing this object. And a couple things we can do right here, which is make kind of fast and instant work. First, I want to remove edges. And next, we'll just double time click to preloaded function. And first, I want to use a blur. So just click OK. And you notice it will just apply over this. So I'll just go click second time and select Alien World. So you can see how interesting object applied. We still have some blur right here, some object, but at the same time we applied overall additional. If you want it, you can repeat this over if you want just slightly different shapes. Okay, just a couple examples. So you can see now we're creating with even kind of more interesting, but again same combining shapes. So you can repeat several times till you have it more interesting in the way you want to go with your terrain. But I will keep it this one because right here it's about properly why I want to work. I have some lower areas and some higher, so this is work very well. Click OK. Next, I'm noticing right here terrain kind of floating because actually end on the bottom, and I want to put it a little bit lower, so I'm going to bring down. But at the same time, I will watch on the screen because you'll notice if you're going too far away down, it's kind of start disappearing. So normally I'm just probably around this area. Okay, let's take my camera and just point down. I want to see from which area. I think this angle will be more interesting. Maybe around here somewhere, or just even. So just find kind of nice, interesting angle. Okay, right here maybe. Okay, if for some reason it doesn't look very tall, we can stretch up on a Z index, so we can bring kind of higher. Can bring it right here. So in this case, if we look what's happening with the Z index, we add kind of more roughness and bump now. So you can see it's become kind of interesting terrain shape with combination of those. Okay, so let me clean up my queue for that one. Okay, next we'll place after cameras. Okay, let's see what I want to do. I want to have it like water maybe and explorer staying by the water. So I'm going to create sea level. And by bringing up and down, we can probably find a better level for this. Okay, and let's look a bit more out to see where we have it kind of better looking. Right here, I kind of like how it's come up, so maybe going a little bit this way. Okay, let's preview. So we have a nice mountain, and right here very kind of interesting area, so we can place a person kind of walking on the shallows, maybe walk around here. Okay, let's take our camera, slightly rotate, and I'm just looking for areas, kind of more interesting areas where we can place it. So I like the combination of different of the blurry kind of looking and sharper edges. So I think this is maybe point we'll go work with. Right here on the end you can see what kind of water extended and surface. So let's fix this by just simple creating one terrain. Okay, placing, actually shrinking problem on that side will look a little bit more interesting. Okay, just something on a far away. Again, we'll probably add some haze and fog to this. So, but for this, it will give it nice, not very straight line, but nice edge on the foreground. Okay, let's work on some materials. And first, what I want to do, actually, let's work on a water material. So I'm going to click C and open. Okay, first what we have is a foam. I don't want to have it a very strong foam, but I want to keep it slightly distortion on the edges, so I will just drop alpha boost like almost all the way down, and we can start work on default water. So let's go ahead and transparency. Okay, right here what we have, it is work on the depth and maybe some reflections. So I want to create a little bit swampy look. So for this one, I'm going to edit colors and just slightly readjusting them. Create maybe a little bit more kind of greenish swampy color for this, and reduce our depth a little bit more down. So you can preview right here. We already have it kind of nice look on this water. We maybe work a little bit more with the depth on this. Okay, let's go look on the bumps and maybe take bumps because I want smoother water and less distortion all the way to 1. Okay. So right here we have a nice kind of depth. Maybe add a little bit more depth to the water, and we can do this by going inside the transparency and reduce actual depth, so it will be just smooth a little bit more and kind of look on a preview to have a depth. What I want to try to do, it's showing kind of milky, but right here we can see. So I think this is very close to what I want to see. So we have a little bit more representation of the water in the depth in this case. Let's work on our material for terrain. Okay, for this we'll go open material editor, and first we'll work on a layer of the main material, and I just want to use it maybe pre-default already sandstone. Okay, I'll go to edit function for this, and we can just go ahead and maybe create just simple terrain fractal. Let's give it nice kind of edges. Darker. I think this look a little bit too light. Okay, so go create. Just bring a little bit more of the dark colors. Like right here maybe. Okay, and we'll take also bumps and just going assign them so we have a nice bump material. Okay, let's click, and again I'm going to preview. So we have a nice coloring materials going. Maybe need to increase a little bit more depth on the water, so we'll bring those green colors of the water a little bit better to this point. Okay, I'll click OK, right click, copy material, and apply to our faraway terrain. As well, we'll have it ground, and I want to apply to the ground as well. So we'll have it similar kind of coloring on this. Before going to tweak a little bit more with material, I want to actually set my lighting properly at this point, because this will affect in a way how I maybe work with lighting a little bit more. So I'll go preset my sun right here. On the side, it gives us nice shadows. You can see right here we have it, add a little bit more depth to this. And let's work on our atmosphere. So we'll switch to the global radiosity on our light. Okay, I'm going to bring a little bit more towards sunlight, but we'll switch our color more darker, kind of burgundy ambient light, so it's given us this reddish, and try to play with the lights between maybe greenish and some red, so just play between different colors in this case. Okay, we'll go, that one is kind of sad, and let me look on a right here. Well, maybe we'll bring a bit pitch darker after with our lights intensity to this point. Okay, we'll go on a cloud, and let's add for now just filler cloud on the background, so our sky won't be that uniform, have it some details right there. Next we're going to Skyfall, and right here we start having a little bit more fun with the colors. So we're going to select, and you can see we start adding this green kind of colors now more to this. Now maybe this little bit too bright, so adjusting, and sometimes just small adjusting can be enough to look. So let's leave there. We'll go to haze, and let's set our haze kind of similar, maybe less saturated. Okay, run this one, and let's pop up. So start having this kind of nice going haze around. Let's increase our fog and also glow. So you can see kind of small adjustments applied. Let's go increase, and this is kind of swampish, glowing greenish colors going. And overall, I'm actually probably going to cut down more on the sky, so we don't have this much of the coloring going around. So let me go ahead and maybe have more kind of look on the terrain. So because this will be our main point of kind of attention on terrain, so I just want sky maybe be around, but okay, what do we have it right here also? Yeah, I think this is still be the best look, right? This area. So right here we have it preset. Let's go to atmosphere, edit a little bit more. I think this one a little bit too greenish, so I'm just going to switch this to slightly bluish color, so it's give it us look a little bit better and add a little bit more swampiness feel to this. Okay, again, let's click and preview. Okay, you can see we have nice already applied details with the depth, so we have good reflection. We can add a little bit more clouds if you want, so they can reflect in the water. So we can do that one, pop up them a little bit higher. But with the glowing and this attention, I don't think they will come up clearly to the sky, which is okay. I'm going to add more details to our terrain at this point. So I'm going to add actual rocks, but before I do this, it's a very good idea to go ahead and save your work. So in that case, if you do something wrong or you want coming back, you have at your restore points. And we continue to work a little bit more on terrain in our next tutorial.